This will appreciate.
You gotta watch.
So the day before boarding this aircraft, you're only allowed.
And then later I found out it was not that play.
It's like it ends and you're like, where's
But you know, when you sit down and you're expecting something, you're just waiting for it to happen.
Hey, it's your boy. Welcome to Chicago. I am so excited to be back. This is my hometown. I absolutely love Chicago. I'm definitely moving out here after I get sick of that old little city, New York. I'm back at home in my parents' house. And the reason why I'm back this week is because I'm running the Chicago Marathon on October 9th. Some say that I've overtrained. I started training in February because I was too afraid that I was gonna get hurt. So I feel really prepared for something like this. I'm about 5 days out from the marathon. I actually saw some guy the other day who ran a marathon for the first time and he won it. So just look out for my name, that's all I'm saying. I played football both in college and high school, so I've not been a long distance runner ever. And I never, ever understood it until I started running this marathon. It's so cathartic, especially on a weekend. It's a nice way to just see the city, run around, get some exercise. It's a good activity. Anne's coming, my brother's coming, my sister's coming, my parents are both here. My friends from Chicago are gonna watch me. I got a good support system this weekend. My goal is to run sub 4, so below 4 hours, which sounds like a long time. I remember when someone first told me that, I was like, 4 hours? I can definitely do 4 hours. But it's actually a little bit harder than I thought. So my number one goal is just gonna be to finish it. If I can do sub 4, that's just icing on the cake. But yeah, this week I'm just gonna be running around Chicago, seeing some people, getting a lot of rest, and getting ready for the big day. The hardest thing about the marathon training, TBH, was raising the money. I had to raise $1,800 for the marathon. There's different ways to enter into the Chicago Marathon. You can qualify, which you need to be pretty much a professional for something like that. You can win the lottery, which you also have to be a professional luck person for that. Or you can raise money. It was a little bit tough because every time I would go for a run, it would just be on the back of my head that I had to raise money for the marathon. That all of this running that I was doing could be for naught if I don't raise this money. But I ended up getting there, so that's all that mattered. Chicago really is the best city in the world. I'll tell you what. Well, maybe not the world, but at least America. I love New York, I really do. Don't get me wrong, but it's so expensive. The great thing about Chicago is that you get that big city feel, but it's at an affordable price. You can actually have a house. One of the best parts about Chicago, I'll tell you right now, is this baby right here. It's called Garrett's Popcorn. Favorite popcorn. I don't even like popcorn. And this is my favorite popcorn in the freaking world. They do this thing called the Chicago Mix, where it's cheese and caramel. I used to only like the caramel. Now I like the cheese, but together, oh, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. If you're in Chicago, you gotta try Garrett's. Have to. So the beautiful thing about a marathon is that you put in all this work at the very beginning of your training, and then the last few weeks, you just chill. This week, I'm running a total of 6 miles. To put that in perspective, during peak training, I was running a total of 40 miles. It's supposed to be so that you're all prepared and all rested up for the big day. It's called tapering. People do it in swimming, running, all those kind of endurance type sports. It feels weird though, because you spend all this time running, all this time training, and then they're like, stop right now, stop. Typically, you know, like in tests, you study up until the test. I'm literally having the book in the hand, walking into the class. So it feels a little bit different. But I will say my legs feel great. I chipped my tooth, so I'm on the way to the dentist to get that thing fixed. I used to come to the dentist. I had so many cavities during COVID, so I used to come here all the time. So I'm excited to see all my friends again.
I wanna turn my phone off, but
but that's where all my friends are. What do? Why is it so hard to find someone new so far away? All the days that I used to have someone right beside me, now I can find in my phone screen. It's tired.
Doing a little bike run with the mom. I haven't really run with people all training, so this will kind of be new to have a biker. Yeah, this is actually my first run with someone. So let's do it. It only took months and months and months. Yeah, exactly. When I was a kid, my mom and I used to do these runs all the time. It's a path from our house to the lake, and then we run along the lake, and then we go back home. So a little nostalgia run as well.
I remember the time when you did the race and the parents were leaving. And I said, everybody needs to stay, so all the kids do.
Another great thing about Chicago is that it's a big city that you can also have a car. Like, we grew up the entire childhood having a car, driving to school, driving to practice, driving to all of our activities. In New York, having a car is not the move. So I'm really happy to be home for the reason that I get to drive my mom's car again. I get to just drive because I love driving. I used to have a stick shift when I was in college. This isn't necessarily a stick shift, but driving's still fun regardless. So the organization that I raised money for to run in the marathon was called PAWS. It's an organization in Chicago that essentially tries to stop homeless animals from being killed. And so I raised the $1,800 for them, and they're having something called a PAWS party tonight to kind of celebrate all the money that we raised. So I'm gonna check that out with my daddy-o.
Wrote you letters, sent a message to the captain.
Tonight is all about celebrating you and your success. And to date, our runners have raised, big number, to date, $830,000. Yvonne, congratulations, crushed it, go to Rock Sunday.
Like, you just say hi. All right, the Queen is in the building. The Queen has arrived. The Queen has arrived to her castle. Ashley is here. She's gonna come cheer me on for the marathon. Her and I both don't really have much going on today. I don't have a project and she doesn't have school today, so we are just figuring out as we go along. We're both starving, but have no idea what we want to eat, so we ended up going to a grocery store and we'll just make whatever we
I
want.
always tell myself I'm doing fine. I don't need help, just need a little time. And I've been so patient.
I've always very much enjoyed coming to the grocery store. It's something calming about it. It's something about having all this food around me and just knowing I can buy whatever I want. I love it.
Maybe I'm not
Just for a second. Johnny's in the city. Say hi, Johnny. Hi. So we got the whole gang here now. He's coming with me to the expo. There's like a huge expo that has a whole bunch of things where you need to pick up your bib, and it has like little merchandise that you can buy and all. So we're gonna check it out.
for someone to tell me I'm the one. When is it my turn to feel a little love in my life? My turn, 'cause I've been feeling lonely at night, wondering if my questions being heard. When is it my turn? 'Cause I've been trying not to be complicated, let them understand how I'm operating. Or maybe I'm a little awkward lately and I don't know what I should do. Another year and I'm still alone. My mom's the only one who ever rings my phone, asking when I'm gonna find the one to hold, when I have been wondering too.
becoming a part of Bank of America Chicago Marathon history. Whether you're running a personal best or finishing your first marathon, it's a world-class event and a world-class accomplishment. Good luck, runners. The moment you've been waiting for.
And we're off. Halfway through, 13.1. Feeling good. My legs are getting a little tired. But we love the pain. We love the pain. I'm out 20. Just got rid of it. Just got rid of my legs. Feeling good. Last mile. Last mile. That is a wrap. 22 miles in the bag. I'm gonna go meet up with the family and sit down because my legs are on fire. All right, talk to you guys later. Okay, post-marathon, day after the marathon. My legs hurt. My legs hurt. First and foremost, took off a little bit too quick. The first few miles, I was still keeping pace with like those 4-minute pacers. But then I started to think like, oh, these people, I can go way faster than this. And then I caught up with a different 4-minute pacer and I stayed with them for a little bit. But then my legs around mile 20, one of my friends, Callie, she put it really well. It literally feels like you're like running through mud. Like I really wanted to get 4 hours. I ended up getting 4:06. I really wanted to get 4 hours. And there was at one point where I was like, if you don't go faster, you're not gonna get 4 hours. But my legs literally just could not move anymore. It was one of those times where it was kind of mind over matter, and I think the matter won. But feeling good today. Really proud that I was able to finish it, period. I've had a lot of support. Ashley, Johnny, Mom, Dad, and Jill, some other friends from like high school and college and stuff. We're all kind of around there. God, most importantly. And I felt really supported. Just so much good support throughout the city as well. They had so many people just kind of around and having a whole bunch of signs. There was one sign that said, "I hope you discovered how strong you are." And I loved that. It really made me cry. It was really nice. Gonna have a chill day today. I don't really have work. Ashley doesn't really have school, so her and I are going to go thrifting for a little bit while we wait for Johnny to finish up his meetings, and then we are gonna go to Google and have some food, and yeah, just see where the day takes us.